There are certain things you should never bring into your home, no matter how beautiful or free they are. Just one mistake, and your wealth and fortune could vanish instantly. Hello, I am Master Zhen. In Feng Shui, there are objects that carry such heavy and stagnant energy that the moment they enter your house, the entire flow of wealth begins to waver. You do not need a major disaster. Just a single small item can be enough to make the atmosphere feel heavy, stir up irritation in your mood, cause unexpected trouble at work, and make money slip away as if it is being pulled right out of your hands. What makes it even more concerning is that these objects do not look dangerous at all. They can be very beautiful, brand new, gifted with good intentions, or simply bought because they caught your eye. But Feng Shui does not care about what you like or do not like. It is based on the energy each object carries. Some items bring in conflicting energies, dark memories, or lingering traces from their previous environments. When they enter your home, they blend into the space, and if they do not resonate with it, they immediately become a blockage that prevents positive energy from flowing. Every bit of stagnation, conflict, or loss that follows can be traced back to this disrupted energy flow. That is why the most important thing is to clearly understand which items you should never accept, never purchase, and absolutely never bring home, no matter how valuable or harmless they may seem. In this video, I am going to show you each one of them, so you can protect your home and safeguard your peace and fortune. Before we begin, go ahead and drop a comment below to open up your flow of good luck with this affirmation. I protect my home from all energies that block wealth. And if you want to learn more Feng Shui secrets to attract prosperity, stay grounded, and welcome blessings into your family, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an important message. You might be wondering, what exactly are these objects that have the power to stop your wealth in its tracks and silently push your good fortune away? Right now, I'm going to reveal them to you, one by one. These are things that may seem harmless, but you should absolutely never bring them into your home. First, gifts that carry negative energy. In life, not every gift comes from a place of kindness. Some people give gifts out of politeness, others out of obligation. But there are also people who give while carrying feelings of jealousy, resentment, or heavy emotions they may not even be aware of. And the gift they hand you absorbs all of that energy. If the giver is carrying sadness, disappointment, anger, or envy in their heart, then the gift they touch, hold, and choose for you will carry remnants of those emotions. When that object enters your home, its energy blends into the space, slipping into every little corner. And if that energy is not compatible, it will quietly but surely create a kind of stagnation, making everything in your life feel slower, heavier, and more exhausting. The gifts most likely to carry negative energy are the ones that come into direct contact with the body or are tied to spiritual meanings, like second-hand bracelets, old rings that hold traces of sorrow from a previous owner, or strange statues and mysterious Feng Shui items with unknown origins. These things hold on to the energy of their previous owners and can silently release it into your living space. These items absorb the emotions of whoever owned them before, deeply. A ring that was once part of a broken relationship, a bracelet worn by someone seriously ill, or a statue kept by someone whose mind was not at peace. All of these objects carry emotional imprints, and you cannot see those things with the naked eye. What matters most is how you feel. If, in the very moment you touch the gift, you hesitate, feel a slight heaviness in your chest, or something in your gut tells you, "I don't want to keep this," that is your clearest sign. In Feng Shui, intuition is the voice of energy. It always speaks before logic does. If you bring a gift home and start feeling uneasy, unsettled, or mentally drained, listen to that sign. Do not be afraid to ask yourself, is this gift really bringing good energy into my living space? Not every gift from a loved one is suitable. Not every beautiful item is worth keeping. And not every valuable thing automatically brings prosperity. Feng Shui teaches us that your home should only hold items that make your heart feel light, bright, and at peace. If a gift makes you feel the opposite, even just a little, do not hesitate to set it aside. You do not need to keep it out of politeness, because sometimes what drains the fortune of a household is not some major event, but a single small gift that carries energy not meant for you. Second, decorative items that imitate wild animals. In Feng Shui, decorative objects that resemble wild animals, like snakes, wolves, eagles, or tigers, carry a very specific type of energy: intense, sharp, and defensive. This is not bad energy, but it does not align with most family living spaces, which need warmth, harmony, and stability in order for wealth to gather and remain. When an object with energy that is too forceful is placed into a soft, calm environment, it tends to throw off the balance of the entire house. A healthy home has a flow of energy that is gentle, light, and flexible. Every item inside contributes to shaping that energy. But wild animal figures have piercing stares, aggressive postures, and represent alertness and confrontation. If they are placed in the wrong spot or brought in without a clear purpose, they can create an invisible tension that makes it hard for people in the house to feel fully relaxed. The atmosphere becomes tighter, the warmth fades, and people's emotions become more unstable. The danger here is that this shift happens slowly and quietly, but very surely. You may not notice it right away, but over time, you might start feeling more emotionally heavy, your sleep might become less restful, and the home might lose that natural sense of harmony. When energy becomes too intense, wealth energy cannot flow smoothly. Instead of gathering, it gets stirred up and scattered. Feng Shui works through balance. Spaces that are too soft become weak, but spaces that are too intense cannot hold on to blessings. These types of animal figures are only suitable for certain specific environments, like places that need strong energy to make a statement or symbolize power. But in everyday living spaces, especially bedrooms, living rooms, or shared family areas, their presence often has the opposite effect. A home does not need to feel like it is always on guard. It needs energy that is gentle enough to nurture emotions, light enough to let the heart rest, and warm enough for good fortune to settle in. So, before bringing in a wild animal figure just because it looks beautiful, powerful, or because you believe it might bring luck, take a moment to really think it through. The energy in your home is like a stream of water. Let it flow naturally, gently, and steadily. Do not let an overly strong object break that balance. If you are not sure how to use it properly, or you do not have a clear purpose for it, it is best to avoid bringing these mystical creatures into your space. This way, your home stays peaceful, light, and full of blessings. Third, cracked or cloudy mirrors. In Feng Shui, a mirror is not just something you use to see your reflection. It is a surface that reflects energy. It doubles light, expands space, and helps the flow of energy move more smoothly. But when a mirror is cracked, cloudy, or distorted, all of those positive effects disappear instantly, and in their place comes a type of chaotic energy that is very difficult to manage. A cracked mirror creates lines that split the image into multiple fragments. Each crack becomes a disruption in energy, scattering it and making the flow inside your home unstable. When you look at yourself in a cracked mirror, your reflection is broken, and in Feng Shui, this represents a mind and emotions that are scattered, and possibly even wealth that is fragmented. Instead of supporting your home, good energy gets divided into tiny streams that drift away or get stuck in low energy corners. Cloudy mirrors, those that have lost their shine or become dull over time, are also blocks to good energy. They do not reflect clearly. They dim the light, blur the image, and slow down the energy. When a mirror is no longer bright, it cannot multiply the positivity inside your house. Instead, it reflects fatigue, lack of vitality, and dull fortune. Even with the lights on and the windows open, your house may start to feel darker and heavier. Distorted mirrors are an even bigger issue. A warped, reflective surface creates inaccurate images, and in Feng Shui, distorted images create distorted energy. This can make people feel unbalanced, anxious, or uneasy for no obvious reason. The energy field of the space shifts as well, slowly affecting the harmony, focus, and even the sense of safety within your own home. That is why mirrors must always be in perfect condition, bright, clean, and accurate in reflection. A cracked mirror should never be kept, no matter how small the crack is or where it appears. A cloudy or faded mirror should also be replaced, because its energy is no longer strong enough to support your home. In Feng Shui, anything that reflects will directly influence the spirit and fortune of the household, because it amplifies the state it sees. Fourth, raw decorative stones and unpolished Feng Shui crystals. Raw stones and natural Feng Shui crystals often have an alluring, earthy beauty, but the energy inside them is anything but light. Formed over thousands of years under intense pressure from the earth and mountains, raw stones contain a large amount of what Feng Shui refers to as strong energy and heavy energy. This kind of energy is considered conflicting qi, energy that tends to push outward, create tension, and stir up strong vibrations in the surrounding space. A peaceful home needs energy that is soft and harmonious, but raw stones are hard, dense, and wild by nature. When brought into the house, especially placed in the living room or entryway, they can easily block the flow of positive energy, making the space feel stuffy, heavy, and uncomfortable. Good energy struggles to enter, while negative energy tends to linger. That is why many families notice their luck gradually declining after bringing in raw stones without understanding why. These stones also carry energy memories from where they were formed, like the intensity of volcanic eruptions, the chill of deep rock layers, or the turbulent energy of raw quartz. These energies are so strong that they do not easily blend into a small, enclosed living space. If the energy does not harmonize, it can lead to feelings of unease, poor sleep, lack of focus, or sudden irritability. The energy of the stone, when too powerful for the human energy in the home, creates an invisible clash. Many people make the mistake of thinking that the bigger the stone, the better, or that bringing in any kind of stone will automatically attract wealth. In reality, a stone is only beneficial when it matches the person, the home, and the placement. If placed incorrectly, the stone's strong energy can block the flow of fortune, disrupt work, create family tension, or cause emotional instability. Fifth, old shoe cabinets. In Feng Shui, the shoe cabinet is one of the areas in the house most likely to accumulate negative energy. That is because shoes come into direct contact with dirt, chaotic qi, and the outside environment every single day. When a shoe cabinet becomes old, it means it has absorbed a wide range of unwanted energies, odors, bacteria, dampness, heavy qi, and invisible imprints that cannot be seen with the naked eye. Bringing an old shoe cabinet into a new home, especially when moving into a fresh living space, means you are unknowingly bringing in all of that low energy into an area that should be clean, bright, and full of fresh flow. This is why Feng Shui gives very clear advice. When you move to a new house, do not take your old shoe cabinet with you. It carries the energy footprints of the past, while the new home needs a fresh, clear field of energy to allow wealth and prosperity to begin flowing in. Old shoe cabinets are hotspots for heavy energy because shoes often carry chaotic vibrations from all kinds of places: hospitals, markets, crowded areas, or locations with strong negative qi. When those shoes are piled up over the years without being properly cleansed or cared for, the cabinet becomes a storage unit for bad energy. If placed right at the entrance, it can disrupt the flow of wealth energy coming into the home, making it difficult for good fortune to enter smoothly. On top of that, old shoe cabinets often have odors and retain moisture, which creates a sense of stagnation. In Feng Shui, bad smells and damp air are considered highly negative types of energy because they weigh down the environment and drain vitality. An old, damp and dark shoe cabinet placed near the front door can leave the home feeling constantly tired, lifeless, and over time, it may even affect the homeowner's financial luck. That is why a shoe cabinet is not just another piece of furniture. It directly affects the energetic field of your home, especially around the entrance, which is considered the mouth of chai, the place where wealth and luck enter. If your shoe cabinet is too old, too dirty, or filled with stagnant energy, it becomes an invisible barrier that stops blessings from flowing freely. Now that you know which items should absolutely never be brought into the house, there is one more equally important thing. Many objects you are keeping right now might be silently blocking your flow of prosperity without you even realizing it. And right after this, I will reveal to you which items should be cleared out as soon as possible, so that the energy in your home can become lighter, cleaner, and more welcoming to abundance. First, items you have not used in over 1 year. In Feng Shui, anything that is no longer being used gradually loses its life force. When an object has been forgotten for too long, especially for more than 1 year, it no longer blends with the energy of your home. Instead, it begins to collect what is known as dead qi, a type of stagnant, heavy energy with no vitality. This kind of energy does not erupt suddenly, but it quietly spreads, making the space feel sluggish and heavy over time. Old items tucked away in closets, under the bed, in storage rooms, or on high shelves, even if they are small, are all holding on to pieces of the past. When that energy is frozen for too long, it becomes a blockage, making it harder for fresh energy to flow. As a result, your home may lose its natural sense of openness. Wealth is harder to accumulate, opportunities become scarce, and your spirit may begin to feel dull and unmotivated. A healthy home needs constant energy circulation, but unused items become like traffic jams in that flow. You might notice subtle signs, like feeling uncomfortable when entering a room, not wanting to clean a certain area, or feeling weighed down every time you look at a cluttered storage corner. That is your living space telling you it is filled with dead energy and needs a refresh. In Feng Shui, keeping too many old items is like holding on to emotional weight, outdated memories, and things that no longer belong in your present life. Letting go of them is how you open the door for new energy, new opportunities, and lightness to flow in. Sometimes, just cleaning out one corner can make your whole house feel brighter, more breathable, and more inviting. So if there is anything in your home you have not used for over a year, take a moment to ask yourself seriously, does this still have meaning? Does it bring good energy? Or is it just holding me back in the past? Free up your space and let the current of prosperity move freely once again. Second, items that bring back sad memories. In Feng Shui, every object in your home carries some of the emotional imprint of the person who once touched it. Items that bring back painful memories, like gifts from someone who hurt you, old letters filled with sorrow, or photos tied to difficult times, carry a heavy, stagnant, and lifeless energy. When these objects stay in your house for too long, they quietly influence your mood every single day, even if you are not aware of it. Sad energy is a type of lingering energy that spreads easily. It does not cause dramatic disruptions, but it acts like a gray fog over your emotions. It can make you feel tired, stuck in the past, unmotivated, and hesitant to open up to new joy. When that emotional weight settles into your home, it merges with the flow of energy in the space and brings the overall vibration down. Your home is meant to nourish your soul. That is why it is extremely sensitive to objects that carry negative emotional signatures. A gift from someone who caused heartbreak, a photo album filled with incomplete memories, or a keepsake from a difficult chapter in your life, they all hold the energy of that moment in time. When you keep them, you are also holding onto those emotions, making it harder for yourself to move forward, attract wealth, or maintain inner peace. In Feng Shui, we always say, to keep your wealth energy flowing, your heart must feel light. And to feel light, your space must be cleared of outdated emotional energy. Letting go of objects linked to sadness is not about forgetting the past. It is about giving yourself permission to move into a brighter, lighter, more energized future. Third, items you bought but never liked. In Feng Shui, every object in your living space should resonate with your energy. When you buy something that you do not genuinely like, whether it was on sale, a convenient impulse purchase, something someone recommended, or just something you bought to fill a space, that object does not carry living energy. Instead, it sits in your home like a lifeless item, and lifeless items quietly block the flow of wealth qi. An object you love creates a connection. When you touch it, look at it, or use it, you send a bit of positive energy into it, joy, satisfaction, ease. But an object you do not like just sits there, unused, unnoticed, and unappreciated. It becomes a static point in your home's energy, a still energy pocket that interrupts the natural flow of chai. When you have too many of these objects, your home starts to feel heavier, more cramped, and the energy begins to slow down. You can feel this clearly. The more clutter you have, the more drained you feel. The more things you do not like, the harder it becomes to focus, to relax, and to feel at peace. In Feng Shui, this is exactly how blocked wealth energy shows up, when positive energy has no room to enter and old energy has nowhere to go. What truly matters is the connection you feel with each item around you. Without that connection, the item has no life, and when something has no life, it cannot help your home thrive. A house full of things you do not love ends up mirroring that feeling. Uninspired days, low energy, and a space where luck struggles to take root. Take a moment to look around your home and ask yourself, does this bring me joy? Do I really need it? Or is it just sitting here because of a past mistake? If your answer leans toward indifference, be brave and let it go. Because once you remove lifeless objects, you make space for better things, new chances, fresh energy, and good fortune that actually supports your life. Feng Shui is not some far-off mystery. At its heart, it is simply the practice of keeping your home full of light, clean energy, and balance, so that your mind stays calm and prosperity can reach you with ease. When you clear out items that block energy flow or hold emotional weight, you are opening the door to more abundance. Your home is not just a shelter, it is a powerful energy field that supports your luck, health, and emotional balance. Every item you own either lifts you up or drags you down without you even noticing. That is why the very first step to activating wealth energy is cleansing your space. A bright, tidy, light-filled home creates an open heart, and an open heart attracts blessings. Never forget, wealth does not enter heavy, cluttered spaces. It flows into homes that are ready to release the past and only hold on to what brings real peace. If today's message helped you understand more about the energy within your home, leave a positive affirmation in the comments below. Something like, "I choose to clear my space to welcome new prosperity." And do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that every day you will receive new Feng Shui secrets to make your life brighter, lighter, and more abundant. There is still so much more wisdom for us to explore together. I will see you in the next video.